as he glances around to see whether anyone is making their way across. The answer right now is not, but he's now having all sorts of gear trouble as he tries to change onto the big ring, and he had a few problems doing it. He's 1 minute 38 seconds down, 103rd after yesterday's stage, but he's not going to be away for long.
No, it's still Movistar who are doing the chasing at the head of the peloton. They are not letting anybody go. They really do fancy the chances for Alejandro Valverde here, and they're stringing this peloton out.
Well, before today's stage, there was a couple of the team directors saying they expected that at the finish of today we would see maybe 30 or 40 riders contesting the top of this climb. It looks like that might be the possibility.
Yes, because the hardest part is early on, and I do expect there will be a largest group. 30 or 40 altogether at the finish might be a bit too big, but I don't think there'll be any real time gaps.
Just looking here, the third place rider is Vincenzo Nibali of Astana. I'm looking to see where the red jersey is, and Bujakovic doesn't look to be here at the moment, so I don't know whether he is suffering or just sitting a little bit further back in the string to try and pick Nibali out. You'll notice he has a blue bike as opposed to all the other riders who have got white bikes. That's how you can pick him out nice and easily. Right at the back of the group then was Jan Barter, riding for Team NetApp. And now Chiruka has been caught, and it is Fuglsang on the left-hand side for Astana. A few riders here at the back really starting to suffer. That is Jussi Varkanen, the Finnish champion, just going past number 192, and that was Edvald Bosenhagen. So Bosenhagen again having a difficult day. He said yesterday that he was struggling, and I've noticed towards the back of the group in the red jersey is Jani Brakovic. So he's not having a good day on this first climb of the Vuelta a España. Still Harada continues with the pacemaking on the front. In second place is Fuglsang. In third place is Nibali. FD Joure represented towards the front as well, as are Saxo Tinkoff. Bujakovic has to now shut a gap as he rides up to Samuel Sanchez. Brakovic is staying there, but he's having to really increase the workload. He has got something left in those legs. He is shutting the gap.
Yeah, well, he's trying to go his own pace. I mean, you know, you see those accelerations. It's not an even gradient this climb, so he's just using his experience and trying to close the gap when he can. But he is trying to hang on. He's not like he's just sat up and given up hope.
Samuel Sanchez shakes his head. It's not going to be his day. And already his Vuelta a España is looking like it is going to be a painful one. 6 kilometers to go. And now we are starting to see a group of 30 riders prize themselves away. Five kilometers to go, and we have this group being led still by Herrada on the final climb of the day. Oh, there's a problem here, and this is Sergio Henao of Team Sky, who's unable to go with the acceleration at the front. Well, this man has been given team leadership of Sky.
Well, that is a disappointment. That is a big surprise. You're just talking about surprise. I expected he won't be the last one, and for Sky that is a big blow.
4 kilometers to go. Henao is in trouble on this final climb, and it is the relentless pacemaking of Movistar that is doing all the damage. They're hitting 42 kilometers an hour on this slightly flatter section of the final mountain.
Yeah, this is that bit that flattens out before the final kick over the last 3 kilometers.
Jani Brakovic still on the back of the group. Somehow he is still there. It looked so many times on this climb that he would get dropped, but he is digging deep. He's staying in the wheels as Movistar tried to tee things up for Alejandro Valverde. Sitting behind the team time trial are the Astana boys so are Belkin. Purito sitting nice and quietly.
Yeah, I was just looking further down there. I'm pretty certain that Uran is there, sitting in, you know, towards the back of this group, but he is there.
It's a show of strength with the final few kilometres ticking down of Movistar. They are looking so strong.
Yeah, and it's going according to plan, really, and there's a script, 30, maybe 40 riders still in that group.
Another good performance from Team NetApp Endura. They're the team in the blue and white as they move a couple of riders up on the right-hand side of the screen. That moment when we looked, we're inside the final 3 kilometres of racing. They do have in their squad Leopold Koenig, who's won a stage of the Tour of California. There is David Arroyo sitting on the back of the group for Caja Rural. His teammate Chiruka was on the attack earlier. Heimal Zubeldia is also just on the back of this peloton. Just in front of him, wearing number 106, is one of the teammates of one of the FD Jour riders, but still it's Movistar. Valverde is on the drops, ready to go on the attack, I think.
Yeah, Valverde traditionally does climb, you know, on that sort of style. He's usually in quite big gears. Uran there sitting fairly near the back.
1 minute 10 seconds is the gap to Samuel Sanchez. Rigoberto Uran moves up on the left-hand side in the Team Sky colours, so he's still there. They haven't lost all their opportunities. They've got so much strength. They've switched from Henao. Now we're with Rigoberto Uran for Team Sky. Henao has lost 39 seconds.
Yeah, that is a surprise and a blow to Team Sky. I mean, fortunately, they have still got Rigoberto around there, but just trying to make a quick count there. Does look to be about 35 riders still in that group, so the team managers were right when they said that's what they expected.
Thanks, Graham. So 35 riders left in this group as NetApp with, I think, Leopold Koenig is up towards the front. They are doing really, really well. They have got Alex Sanz Vega as their team director, who, of course, was one of the directors who guided Carlos Sastre to some of his big wins in his career. There is Roman Kreuziger wearing number 201. This man, I think, is in with a big chance of being on the podium of this year's Vuelta a España. Towards the front are NetApp Endura. They're bringing Leopold Koenig to the front wearing number 151, and he's in with a shout. So can NetApp Endura spring a big surprise and take a stage?
Well, that would be a you know, great start to the Vuelta for them, but I do think we're yet to see an attack, but it may be just that the pace by Movistar is just too fast.
Well, we haven't managed to see a group go away on this climb, and we're, I think, going to see a bunch sprint at the end of this final 1.5 kilometres at the top of a mountain. Here we go. This is the attack as we switch back here, and it's a big attack now from NetApp Endura. They're just trying to soften things up a little bit, and Movistar will just ride this down, and they'll make sure that they manage to bring this back if they possibly can. The big attack now from NetApp Endura as they desperately try to go on the move. And it is Koenig who has gone on the attack. We expected him to spring this big attack on this final climb of the day. This man has won a stage of the Tour of California. I looked at him as a possible stage winner today. I had him noted down. The Czech rider, he's been on stunning form recently, and this would be a massive surprise to many people. But if you've been following this rider, it's not a massive surprise. This is a great performance. He's being chased down here by the Katusha rider, and this is Moreno who's trying to shut the gap. Nicholas Roach is in third place, the Irishman from Saxo Tinkoff. So it is Koenig, Moreno and Nicholas Roach who are trying to go for glory.
Well, this is a little bit of a blow to Movistar's hopes here. They've made all the running on the climb, and they've managed to let some of these riders go clear.
1 kilometre to go. The leader on the mountain is Leopold Koenig, followed by Daniel Moreno, who was last year one of the main animators of the Vuelta a España. But can Nicolas Roche spring this one and win the stage? On the back of the group is Pozzovivo of AG2R, so he's made the gap as well. Domenico Pozzovivo is also in this group of 4 riders. So at the back is Pozzovivo, Moreno of Katusha, Nicolas Roche and Koenig, and they have a big advantage now on the rest of the group.
That's a surprising gap there, because the way Movistar were riding, you did expect it to go to Valverde.
Pozzovivo is a magnificent climber. Look at him go. He's now accelerating. Roche is trying to shut the gap. This is the best opportunity for Nicolas Roche to win a stage of a Grand Tour. Here he goes. Roche is going for it. Is he going to win the stage 2 of the Vuelta a España? This would be the biggest win of Nicolas Roche's career. He looks around. Moreno is there. Pozzovivo is trying to shut the gap, but Nicolas Roche now is going for the finish. Is the Irishman going to take the stage win on stage 2 of the Vuelta a España? He is absolutely dying, but he is somehow keeping the momentum going. 200 metres to go. Now it's downhill. Roche is looking around to see where Moreno is. Can he take the stage victory? Nicolas Roche has waited so long for this. He sits up. He takes the win. Nicolas Roche wins stage 2 of the Vuelta a España for Ireland.
Fantastic win. Great bit of tactical riding as well by Nicolas Roche.
4 hours, 37 minutes and 9 seconds, and he has tried for so long to take the big victory. So often we've seen him caught in the last couple of kilometres, but today he takes that victory. He's worked so hard to take. Roche is a stage winner here in the Vuelta.
And a winner in some style, 2 seconds ahead of Daniel Moreno, but it was a big 2 seconds, with Domenico Pozzovivo 3rd and Leopold Koenig 4th after launching the first attack. Alejandro Valverde led Diego Ulisi and Joaquim Rodriguez across the line for 5th, 6th and 7th. And behind them, there was a 2-second gap to Ivan Basso here in the green Cannondale jersey, and a group containing Bauke Mollema, Rigoberto Urán, Dan Martin and Vincenzo Nibali. Less important than the 2 seconds he lost, though, was the 51 seconds lost by his teammate Janez Brajkovic, which put Nibali into the race lead. Losing even more, including any chance of competing for the Vuelta, it would seem, were Sergio Henao, Samuel Sanchez and Carlos Betancourt, 142nd and pretty much eliminated from the race on the first mountain finish. Now, thanks to his stage win, Nicolas Roche hijacked every jersey but red, so he was on and off the stage changing costumes like Beyoncé. Easy to tell them apart, though. Nicolas doesn't mind the photographers, and he certainly didn't mind doing the round of post-race interviews.
I've been dreaming for this moment since I came to cycling. You know, I always admitted that the Tour was the biggest race around, but the Vuelta was my personal favourite. Every year I come here and I'm always close, but we always say, oh, Roche, he tries, but he's never there. And today, like, you know, I even sprinted all the way to the finish to make sure that I had won it. I was just like, oh, I'm not going to celebrate. I'll leave it for tonight in the hotel. It was, I couldn't believe it. Like I said, I just sprinted to the line and I said, no, I'll celebrate after. Every year I come here with ambitions. Like I said, it's a race that I enjoy. You know, every year kind of also my form always kind of kicks in around that July, August, September period. So now, you know, it's fabulous that I was actually able to win a race this time around. I hadn't won since 2 years now, and it just feels amazing.
And celebrations will have to be modest because he's up to 2nd overall and on course so far for the top 5 finish, he said, that he's aiming for. Vincenzo Nibali is the new race leader by 8 seconds. At 10 seconds in places 3 to 5 are the Radio Shack trio of Zubeldia, Horner and Kieselowski. Rigoberto Urán is 6th and looks like the de facto leader at Sky, given Hanao's terrible day. Ben Hermans is just ahead of Alejandro Valverde on countback, the pair of them at 27 seconds behind Nibali. Roche's Saxo teammate Roman Kreuziger remains 32 seconds down. Brajkovic drops to 16th. Mollema and Ten Dam are 20th and 23rd. Dan Martin is 40th. Sergio Henao is down to 49th at 2 minutes 49, and the damage for Samuel Sanchez and Carlos Betancourt was even worse.